We got Double D is going to bring us his sexy numbers. I love this segment. Let's get right into this, man. What do
Well, that was kind of okay. That was a little weird. So yeah, good luck to David Campbell, and hope to see you in the draft. Oh, we have a YouTube comment. Oh, what? Never again mix high school math with Schmodown. It's dumb and confusing. Good day, sir. Okay, so a while back, Shannon actually said that round one knockouts are an impossibility. So let's see why that is true. So let's bring up that a 3 round matches, why that's impossible. So in singles, the highest amount of points you can have is 9 points. Now, what I did was I calculated all of round 2 points and the final round points plus 1 because you only need 1 more point to get knocked out. And the difference is, in order to get knocked out in round 1, you need to have both competitors need to have a 27 point difference in singles. In teams, it's a 35 point difference. In Geekdom, it's a 31 point difference, and Star Wars is again 31 point difference. And as you can see, you're never going to get those points because there's not enough points on the board in the round 1 to even consider a round 1 knockout. Now, in round 2, the maximum amount of points that you can earn in singles is 25. The maximum amount in teams is 42. Geekdom and Star Wars is 31, and the knockout difference to qualify as a knockout is 11 points across the board. So that's why you'll never see a round 1 knockout, is because there's not enough points to qualify in a 3 round match. But let's look at 5 round matches. Let's see that. So let's go to the other one. Yes. So you have 9 points for singles, 18 points for teams, and 11 points for Star Wars and Geekdom. The knockout range, the knockout difference for both competitors is 53 points for singles, 61 for teams, and 57 points for IG and Star Wars. In round 2, you are least likely, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's least likely to get a knockout in round 2 in teams, but it is an impossibility for singles because you would need 37 points across the board, and there's not enough points in singles, IG, or Star Wars. So let's look at the next slide. Now, in the betting round, it becomes a more and more reality for teams, IG, and Star Wars because the maximum amount of points for teams is 45, IG and Star Wars is 34, and the knockout difference would be 31 points. So you do have that. It's a small window for IG and Star Wars, but it's a possibility. But it's more of a possibility for teams because there's more points available and there's a better chance of possibility for teams. Singles, it's impossible to get knocked out in the betting round because there's not enough points. It's the speed round that's where your danger zone is because, again, you have 38 points for singles, a maximum amount of points for singles. Maximum amount of points for teams is 55. Maximum amount of points for IG and Star Wars is 44. And obviously the knockout difference would have to be 11. So that's all the differences that I found. And that's why you can take that off now. So yeah, you can never get knocked out in singles up until the speed round. So and that's why Shannon was right all the time. So all hail the queen. She is all knowing, all powerful, and as we saw last night, she knows what she's doing. So I give her top praise for knowing her numbers. So let's bring back Soda. Let's see.
Hey.
Hey, so what do you think of my analysis?
It's pretty top notch and a little over my head a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, all you're doing is just taking the points from the other rounds and you're adding up all together. So round 2, you have both the points that a competitor has and all the steals. So from all the steals that are possible, which is 2 points for each question. So you add all those points together, you add the 10 points at the final round plus 1, and that's where you get all those differences.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. So it's really simple once you know what you're doing, but obviously when I'm trying to explain it, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've never really been much of a stats guy, even though I do fantasy hockey, and just seeing all the stats was just like it was like
So
okay.
basically, all it is just the differences in points. So let's say there's obviously there'll never be a score of 37-1 in a round 1 singles match, right?
Yeah.
But even then, it's still technically not a knockout because it's only a 26-point difference. So you'll guarantee to go to a second round, but you need to get every single question right, otherwise you're out as a round 2 knockout. But in round 2, when you start eliminating points from other people, when you start getting points from both competitors, that's when the differentials kind of tighten. And so obviously the final round has 10 points. You add 1. That's what it takes in order to get qualified at the bare minimum is a knockout. So it's a little abstract.
It's a little out there, but once you put it that way, it does make sense because really, the round 2 is pretty much where the turning point of any match can happen.
Yes, but that's the reason why you'll never see a round 1 knockout. That's a tongue twister. Round 1 knockout because there's not enough points across all 3 rounds in a 3-round match to qualify for a knockout.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, even if it were physically possible, like if you need a monumental collapse or something like that.
Yeah.
But based on the structure,
you need one person just to fail horribly. The only time that's kind of ever happened was the Odd Couple versus Only Stupid Answers, where Only Stupid Answers didn't even have a chance to answer their questions.
Yeah,
and that's because they had only, I think, they only scored 5 points, and Odd Couple was nearly perfect. I think they had 16, and that's only because Jeff Snyder scored perfect round and Draco missed 1.
Yeah,
and Snyder got the bonus point, so that's why it was 16. And they ran through that second round first, and at that point it was all over because they didn't have any time.
Yeah, I remember watching that match and feeling very embarrassed for Only Stupid Answers.
But it's actually interesting in a statistical point of view.
Fair enough, but I mean, just watching it for the first time, you're just like, oh my god, ouch. It's still not as bad as Dagnino and Burnett, though. That's going to take the cake.
Actually, I say that's interesting because, like, who's going to score a point? Who's going to be the first one to do it? Who's going to be the first one to do it? So
normally who's going to flip up first. This one's like, okay, who's going to actually take the lead?
Yeah. Bring back Jim.
Hey, I'm glad Soda was here this time to say that the numbers and stuff was above his head. Notoriously, Soda, I'm not a numbers guy, so I don't understand it a lot, but I'm starting to get it, so that's a good thing. You want to hear something funny? The mic wasn't on that whole time.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow.
So smooth.